A new 4-color commander, partner combinations, and mana-fixing reprints. It's October 26th, I'm Jeremy Knoll, and this is Split Second. We're at the halfway point for Commander 2016 previews, and let's jump right in. Yesterday, Elaine Chase, Senior Director of Global Brand Strategy and Marketing for Magic, posted to her Twitter account Selfless Squire, a 1/1 human soldier for 3 and a white that has flash and says, when it enters the battlefield, prevent all damage that would be dealt to you this turn. Whenever damage that would be dealt to you is prevented, put that many +1/+1 counters on Selfless Squire. Based on the legendary creatures that have been previewed thus far, it's a safe bet that Selfless Squire will be included in the Breed Lethality deck, headlined by Atraxa, Praetor's Voice. The next card for today is also likely in Breed Lethality. Posted by Ben Hayes, Senior Game Designer for Magic, Deep Glow Skate is a 3/3 fish for 4 and a blue. When it enters the battlefield, double the number of each kind of counter on any number of target permanents. Daily MTG Editor-in-Chief Blake Rasmussen previewed a major reprint yesterday after a mix-up with the French card image gallery. Many people were expecting Chromatic Lantern to get its first reprint in Commander 2016, and they will not be disappointed. It has not yet been confirmed which decks Chromatic Lantern will be printed in, since Blake's tweet stated, quote, "This seems important in 4-color decks," end quote. You can follow Blake on Twitter at BlakePR. On YouTube yesterday, Wedge from the Mana Source previewed Stonehoof Chieftain, an 8/8 Centaur warrior for 7 generic and a green. It has Trample and Indestructible and says whenever another creature you control attacks, it gains Trample and Indestructible until end of turn. In the video, Wedge goes over several different commander decks that Stonehoof Chieftain can go into. You can check out the full video over at youtube.com/themanasource. Jim Jen, community manager for the APAC region, posted a card to Twitter around 10 p.m. Eastern yesterday. Conqueror's Flail is a 2-mana equipment that says equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each color among permanents you control, and as long as Conqueror's Flail is attached to a creature, your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Reaction to the Flail has been positive, with some even speculating its playability as a target for Stoneforge Mystic in Legacy. The final card from overnight here in the US came from Japanese language YouTube channel Tokyo MTG. Murmuring Bosk is a reprint originally from Morningtide. It has the basic land type Forest and says when it enters the battlefield, you may reveal a Treeful card from your hand. If you don't, it enters the battlefield tapped. It also allows you to add a white or black to your mana pool and deals 1 damage to you. Murmuring Bosk may be part of the rare land cycle that was revealed to be in the set by Ethan Fleischer in his Designing Commander article on Monday. Murmuring Bosk was a slight oddity in the cycle of Lorwyn block lands. The set Lorwyn had a cycle of 5 rare lands that required a creature type to enter the battlefield untapped, but only tapped for 2 mana and did not have a basic land type. In Morningtide, there were a few other lands that required a creature type to enter untapped, but had various abilities. Will this be part of the rare land cycle for the set? Let us know what you think in the comments below. The Magic Creative Team released an article today going over the story behind each of the legendary creatures that will be included as commanders in the set. To kick off the article, they previewed the 4-color headliner of the Stalwart Unity deck, Kynios and Tior of Meletis. A 2/8 human soldier for red, green, white, and blue, it says, at the beginning of your end step, draw a card. Each player may put a land card from his or her hand onto the battlefield, then each opponent who didn't draws a card. Kynios and Tior are the characters that are represented on the card Guardians of Meletis. The Stalwart Unity deck will also include Sidar Kondo of Jamura, Kraum Ludovic's Opus, and Ludovic Necro Alchemist, which was previewed by Chaz Andrus on the Mothership today. Ludovic is a 1/4 human wizard for 1 blue-red that has partner and says at the beginning of each player's end step, that player may draw a card if a player other than you lost life this turn. The next deck, Entropic Uprising, will feature the as of the time of this filming unannounced 4-color card Yidris Maelstrom Wielder. Entropic Uprising will also include Kydel Chosen of Krufix, Vile Smasher the Fierce, and the not yet previewed Thrasios Triton Hero. Open Hostility will be led by Saskia the Unyielding and will include Tana the Bloodsower, Timna the Weaver, and the Hareruya MTG exclusive preview Ravos Soul Tender. Ravos is a 2/2 human cleric for 3 generic black-white that has partner flying and gives your other creatures +1/+1. It also says at the beginning of your upkeep you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. The Breed Lethality deck, headlined by Atraxa, Praetor's Voice, also includes Rehand, Last of the Abzan, the unannounced Ikra Shadiki, the Usurper, and a card previewed by Jason Alt at Gathering Magic today, Isha Ojutai Dragon Speaker. Isha is a 1/1 bird monk for 2 generic white and blue that has partner, flying, and whenever an opponent casts spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. The final deck, Engineered Annihilation, will include Breya Ethereum Shaper, Silas Reen Seeker Adept, Bruce Tarl Burrish Herder, and Akiri Lineslinger, a card previewed by German-language YouTube channel Prinny Dude. The rough translation of Akiri is that it's a 0/3 core soldier ally for red-white that has partner, first strike, and vigilance. It also gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. You can check out the full Magic Story article on Daily MTG, and links to each of the cards are in the description below. That's our show for today, October 26th. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with all the latest Magic news and strategy. I'm Jeremy Knoll, and this has been Split Second.